MLB The Show 21 is just around the corner, and it's gonna be the biggest year yet. I expect a ton of legends. Let's go ahead and create a lineup with just new legends. Yo, YouTube, what is going on? YeYo here, bringing you another MLB The Show video. This one, we're gonna be going over new legends. I'm sure I'm gonna say some that may be in the game in 21. The reason why I'm doing this video now is because I think the main trailer is gonna be coming out very soon. So I wanna get some of the names out there. What I'll do, I'll create a lineup with new lineups. So for example, I'll start at pitcher. This is a pitcher that I would love to have as a new legend in MLB The Show 21. And I'm gonna name a couple more that I would like to have, but there's always that one player that you want more. So we'll start at pitcher. So basically every position is going to have 3 players, but I'm going to focus more on one. We'll go over starting pitcher, relief pitchers, and then catcher, first base, second base, and so on and so forth. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are some of the legends that you would like to see in MLB The Show 21? Now, I don't think this is going to be like the best lineup, but I think it will be a very fun lineup to use. There's some players that I mentioned secondary that would be better than the main player, but that main player, my bias is going to kick in. Some players that I would like to use and would love to play with and see how they would do in the game. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe if you're new and haven't done so already. We'll be coming up with a lot of MLB The Show 21 videos, gameplay, tips and tricks, reaction, all of it. So make sure you're hitting that thumbs up and subscribing for more MLB The Show content. Also, make sure to check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/YeYo. Link of that is going to be down in the description below, along with our Twitter, Instagram, Discord, the whole thing. Make sure to check us out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Starting pitcher. So this starting pitcher played a total of 18 years, including 8 All-Star appearances and 3 Cy Young awards. Not only that, but he also had 2 second-place Cy Young award winners. Like, this guy is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Again, I may be a little biased as a Red Sox fan, but give me Pedro Martinez. Even if you're not a Red Sox fan, you gotta want Pedro Martinez in the game. He would have a 4-seam slider, curve, the nastiest circle change you would have in a game. Give me Pedro. His best season was in 1999. That was the year where the All-Star game was played at Fenway, and he stole the show, striking out everybody, including McGuire, Sosa, all of them. That year, he went 23-4. He won 23 games, lost 4 with an ERA of 1.39. with 313 strikeouts. There's no way Pedro Martinez would not be good at MLB The Show. As potential starters, I would also love to see some Randy Johnson and Johan Santana. Give me those lefties. I think we need a couple more lefties. Right now, all the good pitchers, because of the offense as well, are righties. There's some, you know, Kershaw is still solid, but we need more lefties. Give me Johan and give me Randy Johnson. Moving over to relief pitchers or closers. We already have the best of the best, right? We have Mariano, we have Billy Wagner, we have the greatest closers of all time. There's still some that have very good years that I would love to see in MLB The Show. My pick, I'll go with Armando Benitez. He played in the 90s. He played for a total of 15 years. He only made 2 All-Star appearances, but his best season, he had 47 saves with a 1.29 ERA. There were a few seasons that his K per 9 innings were above 13 and 14 strikeout per 9 innings. That's actually insane. He was throwing gas. He was a very fun closer, and I think he would be very good also in MLB The Show. That gas would be coming in at 102. Give me a closer, Armando Benitez. Some notables that we haven't seen either in a while or ever. Give me Joe Nathan. Joe Nathan was very good, especially for the Twins. I'll take a Joe Nathan. And also one that we haven't seen. He had a very short career, but he was electric for a couple seasons. Give me John Rocker. Give me another lefty in the pen that can throw heat and intimidate that opponent. I don't know if the intimidation factor would mean something in MLB The Show, but John Rocker still scares me. Moving on to catcher, and this is where it starts getting good. Roy Campanella. Roy Campanella played 10 years in the 1950s, late 40s and 1950s. 8 years he made the All-Star team and 3 MVPs. That means that 30% of his years in the MLB, he won the MVP. Mind blown. His best year included a 312 average with 41 home runs at 142 RBIs. Behind the dish, that would be an amazing season, amazing attributes. Give me all the power, contact, everything behind the dish. I don't know how his swing would be, but I think it will be a fun card with good attributes. Notable catchers that I would like to see, and this is a little bit of a bias, Give me Javi Lopez. Javi Lopez was the catcher for the Braves, especially during the 90s where the Braves teams were amazing. He wasn't a personal catcher for Greg Maddux, but he was the main catcher for all the others, John Smalls, Tom Glavine. He put up some great offensive season, and I would like to see him in MLB The Show. Another catcher will be Jason Varitek, the captain for the Red Sox. Switch hitter catcher, that's it. That's all you would need to know. Give us a switch hitting catcher. Moving over to first base. Now, this one, I know a lot of people would say Mark McGwire. And you know what? If they want to give us Mark McGwire, sign me up. He's one of the notables though. But the main first baseman that I would like, Carlos Delgado. Carlos Delgado played a total of 17 seasons. He only made 2 All-Star appearances, but he had 473 career home runs. He was a power threat for years in Toronto, then with the Mets as well. One of the best and most just super smooth swing that I think it would translate very well for MLB The Show. He came in second in MVP voting in 2003. He also, his best season, 302 average, 42 home runs, and 145 RBIs. Insane year. He just never got the credit, which is why he still hasn't made the Hall of Fame, but that's for another topic. Other first basemen that I would like to see, I already mentioned Mark McGwire because 70 home runs, one of the greatest home run leaders of all time, but also bring back Mark Teixeira. Mike Teixeira, switch hitting first baseman, sign me up. He had great years offensively as well in Texas and in New York, so why not? Also, Prince Fielder. Give us Prince Fielder. Again, similar to Carlos Delgado, he would have an amazing swing that I think would translate well to MLB The Show 21. Moving over to second base, we're going to go with Jeff Kent, the greatest power second baseman of all time. The numbers don't lie. He hit 377 home runs, the most ever by a second baseman. He played a total of 17 years, 5 All-Star appearances. He won the MVP in the year 2000 as well. Playing second base, his best season, he hit 334 with 33 home runs and 125 RBIs. We just don't have that kind of power. Other than Roger Hornsby, we don't have that kind of power from a second baseman. Give me the power at second base with Jeff Kent. Other notable second baseman that I would like to see in the game is Chase Utley. He was great while he was in MLB The Show. He had power from the left side, kind of like a Robinson Cano from this year who was very good. I think Chase Utley will be amazing. And another one is one of those that I think I should actually, I was between Jeff Kent and him. Alfonso Soriano. He played second base, but he also played the outfield later on in his career, but he had amazing years with the Yankees, with the Cubs. Alfonso Soriano, a 7-time All-Star that had a 40-40 year, 40 stolen base and 40 home run year. That's all you need to know. Moving over to third base, bring back Adrian Beltre. Please. Give us Adrian Beltre. He played a total of 21 years, including 4 All-Star appearances. On top of that, he won 5 Gold Gloves, and his best season included a 334 average, 48 home runs, and 121 RBIs. So diamond defenders that can hit 40 plus home runs and 100 plus or 120 plus RBIs, yeah, he would be good in MLB The Show. And he was insane when he was in the game. Some notable third basemen that I would like to see, Scott Rowland. That's a card that not a lot of people have really talked about other than Cardinals fans because he was a Cardinal legend. But give me Scotty. Scott Rowland would be great offensively and defensively as well. I would love to see him as a new legend in MLB The Show 21. Moving over to shortstop, I think this is an easy one. Even though we've had great shortstops throughout the year, you gotta go A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez played a total of 22 years, including 14 All-Star appearances. He won 3 MVPs. He also won 2 Gold Glove awards. So give me an Alex Rodriguez that his best season included a 314 average, 54 home runs, and 156 RBIs. Yes, 54 home runs and 156 RBIs from your shortstop. Who says no to that? And there can be so many other seasons that you could use with Alex Rodriguez. Same with our next player, but just anything A-Rod. A-Rod can have multiple 99s just like he had in MLB The Show 16. Some notable shortstops, you know what? The rivalry is still here, I think. Give me Jeter and give me Nomar Garciaparra. They were amazing, especially in the 90s. Nomar had a great run. Obviously, Jeter had the durability, one of the greatest shortstops to ever play the game. He would not have power, and defensively, he wouldn't be elite, but he would still be very good, especially with those late hits. Yeah, he would excel at that. And Nomar was amazing. Look up his stats. He was very good. And at shortstop, he will be a great new legend. Moving over to left field and what many people consider him the greatest baseball player of all time. Give us Barry Bonds. Not that creative version. Give us Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds played a total of 22 years, 14 All-Stars. Same as A-Rod. But Barry Bonds has 7 MVPs, including 4 in a row. If you look at his stats, they're actually, he has records that will never be broken. His best year, we have to go with that 73 home run performance of a year. Like, even though there was another year that he had over 600 on base percentage, and I'm not even picking that season at his best because we remember the 73 home run season. He hit 328, 73 home runs, and 137 RBIs. Not only that, he's the only player in the 400-400 club, 400 home runs, 400 stolen bases. Not only that, he's the only player in 500-500 club, 500 stolen bases, and 500 home runs. In the Pirate year especially, he could run, defend, everything. Later on, he was a power hitter, an amazing threat with a great swing. Give us Barry Bonds in MLB The Show 21. 2 other left fielders that I would love to see are Manny Ramirez, one of the greatest pure right-handed hitters of all time. If you look at his stats, amazing. He has some weird things happen in left field. So defensively, he may not be great, but offensively, he will be one of the greatest cards in MLB The Show. And another one, and this one, I think it will be just such a fun card to use. He had a couple good years. He was very fast. Carl Crawford. Give us Carl Crawford as well. Moving over to center field, and this is a tough one because there's some great center fielders that we haven't had in the game, and this one we already had him, but we haven't had it in a while. Give us Carlos Beltran. Carlos Beltran was arguably the greatest card in MLB The Show 17. A 5-tool switch hitting center fielder. There's not much more you can ask for. He played 20 years, including 9 All-Star. He won Rookie of the Year to go along with 3 Gold Gloves. Not only that, he's one of the most clutch performers, one of the greatest postseason performers of all time. His best season includes a 275 average with 41 home runs and 116 RBIs, and a switch hitter center fielder with that speed, power, versatility, and one of the greatest swing MLB The Show has ever seen. He will be an amazing and probably the best card in MLB The Show. Other center fielders that I would love to see is Joe DiMaggio. Recently, we had Babe Ruth come out as a new legend. We had Mariano come out. Why not? Why not give us DiMaggio while you're at it? We had Mantle. Give us more Yankees. It's okay. I'll use them. 56 game hitting streak. That's unheard of. Joe DiMaggio did that. Another one, I'll go with another Yankee and a little bias. Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams, clutch performance in the postseason. He had all the tools. He was a switch hitter. One of my favorite players to watch that on the Yankees. I know. Puerto Rican, a little bias. Bernie Williams will be an insane card. And last but definitely not least, we're going into right field. And this was tough. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Give me Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente. I mean, I have a wall. I have a wall for him. Clemente played 18 years. He actually died right after his last season and hitting his 3,000 hit. He made 12 All-Star appearances and won an MVP and won 12 Gold Glove awards, 12 in a row, including his last year. So even when he passed away, he was 37 years old and still had some gas left in that tank. His best season included a 357 average with 29 home runs and 119 RBIs. But that's offensively is not even what he was known for. He has arguably the greatest arm in MLB history. The throws he would make, he would need 125 arm while everybody else would be at 99. As a Puerto Rican, I would love to have Roberto Clemente in MLB The Show 21. He's number 21. His number should be retired. It just makes a lot of sense. Even though he wasn't the cover boy or the cover athlete, I'm still hoping to see Clemente this year. And 2 other right fielders that I would love to see in this game are actually one of the greatest hitters of all time, Hank Aaron. Rest in peace, Hank Aaron. He died recently. But Hank Aaron, what a lot of people call the real home run king, would have the greatest, probably 120. He would be 125 across the board offensively. And also Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa was there in that home run race with Mark McGwire. He hit over 600 home runs. Right fielder that could move. He had a good arm as well. He actually wore number 21 because of Roberto Clemente. Sammy Sosa would be an amazing card. And there it was. I hope you like it. Let me know down in the comment section below. Who did I miss? Who do you want to see? There's a ton of options. Baseball has been around forever and we've had a lot of great stars. So there's no wrong answer in this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. This is YeYo and I'll check you out on the next one. I'm out.